We spend so much of our life wanting to be deeply loved while remaining a stranger to ourselves. We want to be chosen. We want to be understood. We want to be validated. We want to be wanted. We want to be recognized. We want to be enough for someone. And sometimes this becomes a project. At 3 o'clock this morning, I woke up to these words: the deepest love one can give is love of oneself. And I am celebrating a born day, a birthday. A birthday naturally celebrates the person who was born and the life the person has lived. I am grateful, but the words I got early this morning brought this aliveness in me. It was a gift to me. And in acknowledging the acknowledgement of my life, it brought something deeper in me. It opened something deeper. I spent a lot of my life looking for something to confirm my worth, my existence. I needed confirmation of who I was. We change ourselves to remain lovable. You know, these things that we do, we look for ourselves in people's responses. We keep trying to prove ourselves. And sometimes we stay where we're not fully met, all because we need confirmation of who we are. All of this I've been recognizing in my awakening. But even when we have achieved some of these things, being loved, having the perfect relationship, achieving your goals, why is it never quite enough? Why is being loved, being acknowledged never quite enough? I have received love in my lifetime, but back then something in me was still hungry for the proof of it. Do you still love me? Do I still matter? And I noticed that whenever a relationship would end or something meaningful in our lives came to an end, I would question my worth. I would question my existence. I understand now that it's because of who I thought I was. My identity was being validated through the relationship or through the situation or the circumstance. And when that ended, now I would have to search for myself in something else. And then you find something else and it feels good for a moment, but it was never quite enough. And then you will ask the question, why does the person that I think I am constantly needs to be reassured of its worth and its existence? The created self has to keep being confirmed because it was created through confirmation, is what I've come to recognize. We learn ourselves through names, through roles, rejection, what our family thinks of us, what the world rewards, who chooses us. We learn ourselves Our self is constructed by a lot of these things. So naturally, that person looking, that created self is always going to look for validation. What these words have done today for me is bring so much aliveness and freshness in my being right now. The deepest love one can give is love of oneself. It confirms in me that the deepest love is not abandoning yourself in order to be loved as a person. And the years I spent constructing myself just to be loved and fixing myself so I can be loved, that self is always going to ask, am I loved? Where I am now, with gratitude, I don't need to ask that question because I have remembered underneath the created self was always your true self, your true nature. Underneath our life experience of accumulating the stories and what happened to us, that constructed self that became who we needed to live as, to feel love. That is no longer, that is not who I am. That is not my true nature. Our true nature does not ask the question, am I loved? Love is not something that needs to be proven when you are your true self. I am. I just am. I am that love. So I wanted to quickly share this with you while it was still fresh and alive in me. So if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for sitting with me through this. Thank you.